everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm gonna talk about SB19's MBTI or Myers-Briggs Type Indicator. If you want to know more about this personality type indicators, please check the links down below. I provided in the description box. Disclaimer lang po, I'm not a psychologist and di po ako professional in typing people, but I just have interests sa SB19 and also I have interest in knowing other people's personality types. So today's content is based on some info I have from Truity.com and also based sa mga past interviews and contents about SB19. And I'll also show some sample clips from YouTube to point out some analysis, and at the end of each member then I'll give some examples of K-pop artists who actually took the MBTI test and shares the same MBTI as the particular SB19 member. Again po, I'm not a professional so I cannot guarantee na 100% tama po yung pag-type ko sa kanila. But if you do think I typed them incorrectly, please let me know down below, since I'm also interested in what you think they are actually typed as. So the order I'll go through would be Stell, then Justin, then Sejun, then Ken, and lastly Josh. This is the order na kung sino ako pinaka-confident sa pag-type to the least confident. So to start, we'll go with Stell. I type Stell as an ENFJ. ENFJ stands for extroverted, intuitive, feeling, and judging. Sa Truity, they are called as the teacher. Sa 16 personalities na website, they are called the protagonist. So ENFJs are idealist organizers, and they are driven to implement their vision of what is best for humanity. They are also typically energetic and driven and often have a lot on their plates. They are ambitious, but their ambition is not self-serving, rather, they feel personally responsible for making the world a better place. In the first clip that I'm going to show you, notice how Stell's desire to help other people led him to take a lot more than he actually can take. The following clip is from an interview in Magandang Buhay.
Nagsabi po sa akin yung mama ko na parang, yun sa studies mo, kaya ka namin suportahan, pero tulungan tayo na. Kaya po naisip ko po na magtrabaho po habang nag-aaral, and at the same time po, naghahanap pa po ako ng ibang sideline jobs po, tulad po ng nagtuturo po ako sa mga bata, sumayaw po. Tapos, ayun po, hanggang sa dumating po sa point na sobrang dami ko pong ginagawa na pagsabay-sabay ko. Muntik na po ako magkatubig sa baga po.
Hoy! Bakit naman?
Next, ENFJs are natural teachers and often found organizing people to take part in some educational activity. In the next clip, I like how Stell's expression shows that he really liked the experience of teaching little children how to dance.
Parang dati po, nagtuturo po ako ng sayaw sa mga maliliit na bata po. Like, ano po, yung iba po, like, maliliit pa po talaga mga bata. Tinuturo ko ng mga basic steps lang. Mga ganyan po. Yun po, parang nakakatuwa lang po kasi po bata, wala pa po sa mundo, pero natuturuan po. So, yun po yung hobbies.
Next, ENFJs like to be liked and are very sensitive to feedback, both positive and negative. I see this in a lot of Stell's interaction with interviewers or even with the other members. And one clip that I particularly remember was the Artist Tambayan interview. Let's watch it.
Ako po personally, kay Sejun po ako nagtatanong. Parang, Sejun, bagay ba itong suot ko? Okay ba ito? Sabi, palitan mo yung pants mo kasi ganun po siya.
That was just a very light example of how Stell values the opinion of others or what other people feel about his decisions. Next, ENFJs have a solid social circle and are likely to be the ones planning events and finding opportunities to get people together. So ENFJs, along with the ENFPs, are most commonly dubbed as the mood maker or mood setter or life of the party.
Sino ang life of the party?
Life of the party. 1, 2, 3. Ay.
Ay, wow, si Stell. Bakit si Stell?
Siya po yung laging lively, tapos parang happy-happy lagi. Siya po yung ma-joke din.
Tsaka syempre, si Stell yung maraming alam sa mga parlor games. Ayun.
Parlor games? So ano mga usually na nilalaro ninyo? Ano mga pakulo?
Ano po? Pagkulot ng buhok. Parlor games.
Parlor pala!
Ibang parlor pala yun. Ano po? Mga ano po? Paano ba? Mga... Madami po eh. Basta kahit ano pong game, palaban po ako.
Actually, nakabasa ako ng mga comments ng 18 saying Stell is the glue of the group, and I totally agree with that. Then, mga popular hobbies ng ENFJs include organizing social events, reading, the arts, museums, storytelling, listening to music, writing, and gourmet cooking. So, sa mga avid supporters dyan, I think we all know na si Stell is very passionate in cooking and he likes to cook for others. And this is the clip that I remember.
Siguro po kung first time po namin magdi-date, siguro gusto ko po parang very personal po yung gagawin ko. Siguro po pagluluto ko na lang po siya, which is ako po kasi mahilig po ako magluto talaga. Siguro po dinner date sa kahit simpleng lugar lang po, kahit parang sa ano lang po parang sa labas ng bahay or nasa gabi po labas ng bahay, maglalatag lang kami, kakain kami. Yun po. Parang yung luto na lang ako ng food tas papatikin ko sa kanya lahat ng luto. Ganun.
One of the many keys to an ENFJ success is the ability to communicate proficiently across diverse media. Their audiences are often equally as enthusiastic to receive what they have to say. This is really true because si Stell, even sa mga 18 na nasa set talaga, or even sa mga staff, or even sa mga 18 na nanonood lang sa live niya, his energy can actually go through whatever media he is using. And then the second part, saying that the audiences are often equally as enthusiastic. Kapag si Stell na yung nasa spotlight, or kapag si Stell na yung nagsasalita, even yung mga 18 na yung main bias is other group members, they are always drawn to Stell, no matter who their bias are. And one of their weaknesses sa mga ENFJ is that they can easily become overcommitted because they are genuinely excited about life and all of the opportunities they see before them. They want to say yes as much as they can, and they want to do it all. Balik tayo sa interview ni Stell noon about sa nag-experience niya na marami siyang trabaho at some point, which led to the compromise of his health. But one of ENFJ's strengths is their idealism, which helps them to very clearly and accurately see the potential in other people and entities. This is where their judging element comes in, the J in the ENFJ, because it helps them to map out the path to get there. So when Stell sees a person, he could actually see the potential. And here is a very light example of what Stell thinks about other members. For this exact clip, this is where he talks about Justin's future in 10 years.
Si Justin. Feeling ko si Justin magiging successful na tao. Kasi marami siyang kayang gawin. And then, paano ba? May itsura pa tong batang to. Gumraduate din tong batang to sa kilalang school. Matalino tong batang to. And then, ano pa ba? Ayun, may gwapings tong batang to. Alam mo yun? Marami tong pwedeng puntahan si Ja.
Ang sweet ni Stell, the way nag-describe siya sa mga potentials ni Justin. So that's all for our analysis for Stell. Again, I type Stell as an ENFJ, And the following are the K-pop artists who took the MBTI test and got ENFJ as a result. So first is Stray Kids Bangchan, then GOT7's Jackson, BTS Jimin, and 17's Mingyu. Our second member to discuss is Justin, whom I typed as ENFP, which means extroverted, intuitive, feeling, and perceiving. Sa truity, they are called the champion. Sa 16 personalities, they are called the campaigner. So, at first, si Justin talaga yung na-spot ko na, I think this guy is an ENFP. That is because I'm an ENFP myself. But then, for the same reason, I doubted my typing because maybe bias ako kasi I'm an ENFP. So, anyway, he's the second most confident sa pag-type ko. So, ENFPs are typically agile and expressive communicators, using their wit, humor, and mastery of language to create engaging stories. Ito kasi yun yung wit, humor, mastery of language. Ito yung mga kakornihan ni Justin. And everybody knows, Justin is the corny master. So, here is the clip just to add some evidence.
Ibahin po natin yung pagbilang po namin 3, hindi po kami magtuturo. Gusto ko itaas niya yung kamay niya kung proud siya.
So, aminan pala to. Hindi sa turo.
1, 2, 3, Sandali. Babaguhin natin yan ngayon. May joke ako.
Ano joke mo?
Yes, joke. Tingnan natin. Pag natawa sila, ibig sabihin hindi ka corny. Pero pag corny ka, hindi sila natawa.
Pag di kami natawa, ibig sabihin corny ka. Pag natawa sila, corny din sila. Game. Knock knock. Who's there? Kulot. Kulot who? Kulot open. Kulot open. Kuday.
Next, ENFPs are often to have a strong artistic side. They are drawn to art because of its ability to express inventive ideas and create a deeper understanding of human experience. So, sa mga hindi pa kilala si Justin, ito yung interview kung saan sinabi ni Justin yung background niya with regards to art.
Yeah. Ako po kasi, student po ako ng multimedia art. So, before ko po, nung bata po ako, mahilig po talaga ako mag-drawing, mag-conceptualize mga stories, gumawa po ng comics, ganyan po, and digital painting. So, before po, pag marami talagang time ang ginagawa ko po, mag-character design, mag-drawing na po, doodles, ganyan.
Next, we ENFPs really prize individuality and often consider the pursuit of happiness to be a high priority in life, both for ourselves and for others. They place great importance on personal freedom and self-expression and want to be able to go wherever inspiration leads. So this is where we are often misunderstood because of our happy-go-lucky vibe. Maraming mga tao na nag-think that we take life seriously, or maybe even we have lesser problems than most people. And I think what other people thinks about ENFP is lightly showcased by Melai in this interview sa Magandang Buhay. Yeah, but we can't blame other people to think that way. And I know if Justin is actually an ENFP like me, we don't mind when people see that from us. So I think if Justin is truly an ENFP, hindi siya ma-hurt because he knows what his challenges are, and what he went through. So next, popular hobbies for ENFP include writing, creating and appreciating art, playing musical instruments, listening to music, participating in community theater, and reading fiction. So this is very Justin. All the arts Justin is very interested in. One of the strengths sa mga ENFPs is the willingness to work hard to gain the trust of their associates, patiently listening to their ideas and reacting enthusiastically to their good suggestions. Their assertive can-do attitude inspires others and motivates them to action. So just like ENFJs, just like the MBTI type Stell, we are also very concerned in how other people feel about our decisions, and that's why we tend to run in the same pace as others. And I think the next clip is a good example. It was when everyone was teasing Justin sa original introduction yan as a pure boy, hardworking pure boy.
Ganito po yan.
Okay.
Dati po, parang kailangan daw po, meron kaming something na pag mag-introduce kami, may title kami or something na matatandaan po. Eh, since parang before, since nga, parang hindi ko na parang
Sabi siya, excuses
kasi po, parang dati, ako po yung pinaka low level, parang ganun po. I mean, kasi sila po, parang nauna na po sila mag-training. So parang nag-improve na yung skills nila. So ako po, wala po ako masyadong background. So naisip ko po, ano yung parang magiging highlight ko po yung parang title ko po. Pero parang naisip ko na, bakit ako yung paano ako nakapasok sa difference ng skills namin, parang ganun po. So naisip ko po na, baka pwede yung hardworking since siguro hardworking naman talaga ako. Parang ganun po.
Para mag-a-apply lang sa trabaho.
Tapos po,
Tell me about yourself. I'm hardworking, pure boy.
Justin. Pang resume pala. Okay.
tapos po yung pure boy po. Kasi po, parang sinasabi ng teacher namin na parang ako lang daw po yung pure sa aming lahat.
At yun po yung
Ano,
kabaliktaran.
hindi naman ikaw yun. May ibang
So I think Justin believes that his can-do attitude or his willingness will help him run alongside with his more experienced SB19 members. ENFPs believe that it is vitally important to back up caring words with good deeds. So ENFPs in general have strong core values that they protect, and one of them is the desire to also show good to other people. So the following is a clip from Ken and how he dubbed Justin as the pinakamabait.
Pinakamabait, first, di ko alam eh. Sige. First, Justin.
And then ENFJ's thoughts on an ENFP, or Stell's thoughts on Justin as being sweet.
Pinaka-sweet siguro, masabi ko, si Jack. Pinaka-sweet. Like, caring, maalalahanin, and ano ba. Basta lagi niya kami naaalala. Kaya si Justin yung pinaka-sweet. Justin, ice cream ko ah. Ice cream ko.
One of the weaknesses of ENFP is their lack of focus and follow-through. They are endlessly creative, capable of filling 1,000 days with 1,000 bold ideas, but they don't always follow through on their inspirations. And if others are not brought on board to handle the details, their best ideas may never be put into practice. So it's because of the NF part ng mga ENFP, which is the intuitive and the feeling part. We have so much ideas in our head that we actually lack the execution of our ideas because there's just too much. So I really could relate sa sinabi ni Josh regarding Justin being emotional during his college days.
Nakilala ko po siya. Doon kami naging magkagrupo. Tapos, sabi niya po sa akin, tinanong ko siya, anong pangarap mo? Sabi ko. Tapos po, one time, sinabi niya sa akin nga, nag-open up siya sa akin na gusto niya daw maging artista. Umiiyak pa daw po siya nung college days niya. Kasi po, na-frustrate siya. Parang hindi niya alam kung ano talagang gusto niya. Or tama, kumbaga masaya po ba siya doon sa ginagawa niya. Na-frustrate po siya nung mga time na yun. Tapos ayun po, doon ko talaga gusto niya talaga maging gumaga dito sa artist career, ganun po. Kaya, pinag-workshop ko siya sa amin.
So that's all for my explanation why I think Justin is an ENFP. And the K-pop artists that took the test and are ENFPs are Stray Kids Felix, 17 Seungkwan, 17's Brennan, and BTS V. Next, dito tayo kay Sejun, which I typed as an ESTJ, or extroverted, sensing, thinking, and judging. Sa Charity.com, ESTJs are the supervisor, while in 16 personalities, they are called the executive. Now, I'm not very sure if naging ESTJ lang ba si Sejun dahil naging SB19 leader siya, or is it an innate personality talaga? But anyway, ESTJs are the consummate organizers and want to bring structure to their surroundings. They look for rules to follow and standards to meet, and often take a leadership role in helping other people meet expectations as well. They concern themselves with maintaining social order and keeping others in line. Now I'm gonna show you 2 clips about how Sejun reacts to anything that are out of the line, maybe, or maybe anything out of the order that is supposed to be. So first clip is the famous clip with Ken.
Makasama si Stell. Kasi pinaka-importante si Stell sa performance nito eh. Hindi siya pwedeng mawala. Okay lang sa akin na maiwan ako. Gusto ko
And in another interview with Stell regarding Sejun.
Si Sejun po, pag nakakarinig siya ng konting maling pitch, titingin siya. Tapos gaganon. Ganon siya, parang konting irritable na siya, konting pitch na marinig niyang mali.
And then ESTJs, they typically command a situation. It's very natural for them, with a sense that they know how things should go and are ready to take charge to make sure that it happens. Now, sa SB19 special broadcast FB live nila, sa kay Sejun, there's a lot of advising that is happening, a lot of reminders to follow what the government advised. I find it very interesting, but it's very ESTJ-like, or very Sejun-like, because we all know him as a leader.
Mag-aral kayong mabuti. Use this opportunity or this time na mag-aral para pagbalik nyo ng eskwela, marami kayong alam agad. Advance. Dapat yung mga grade 10, pagpasok nyo, grade 12 na kayo.
Social interactions for ESTJ people often means following an established tradition to engage with others in a structured way. That's why ESTJs tend to respect and seek out hierarchy with other people and from other people. So, again, infamous hoy po ni Justin. Sa mga hindi pa naka-relate sa hoy po, please watch this.
Hoy! Ayaw nilang pansinin. Hoy po!
One of the strengths of mga ESTJs is that they are natural to give 110% in all areas of life and exhibit boundless energy as they do. So I see this characteristic from Sejun sa the way he performs, the way he speaks sa interview. It's all with passion. And I really could say that that is 110%. So one of the weaknesses din ng mga ESTJ is that they're actually uncomfortable with emotions. So they're not very emotional type of people. Out of all the interviews that I watched, all the games and vlogs that they did, I don't think I ever saw Sejun cry. I think all the other members I saw became emotional, but I'm not sure about Sejun. Maybe I just didn't watch everything yet. If you could recommend me one, please give me the link down below. I would be interested in seeing a clip of an emotional Sejun, just so I know that he could also break the stereotype of ESTJs if he is actually an ESTJ. And ESTJs are typically low in EQ, so it may lead them to misjudge the intentions of others and to be equally misunderstood themselves. So the following clip that I'm gonna show you is not about Sejun being low in EQ, but it's more like Sejun's interest in knowing others' thoughts rather than the feelings or emotions.
Ako po gusto ko si si Ken po. Kasi po gusto ko malaman kung ano yung tumatakbo sa isipan niya. Kasi po hindi po sa totoo lang po siya po kasi parang minsan lumilipad po yung isip. Kami po apat magkukumpol na kami, mag-uusap-usap kami, tapos siya nakahiwalay po sa. Hindi po dahil hindi kami close, pero parang may iniisip siyang something na gusto ko malaman or kung ano tumatakbo yung isipan.
So that's all for Sejun being the ESTJ. So the K-pop artists that took the test and got ESTJs are GOT7's Bam Bam and ACE's Donghyun. The fourth member would be Ken. I typed Ken as an ISFP, which means introverted, sensing, feeling, and perceiving. Now, it took me a long time to type Ken because I'm not sure if he's actually an ISFP or an INFP. And then in my research, I found out that that is actually a common challenge in typing people because ISFPs and INFPs are very similar in a way. So ISFPs in Truity are called composers and 16 personalities are called the adventurer. ISFPs are typically modest and may underestimate themselves. They usually do not like to be in the spotlight, preferring instead to take a supporting role, and will avoid planning and organizing whenever possible. So I see Ken as someone who has a very laid-back personality, and he does underestimate himself, and many 18 notice that one too. So here's the following clip from his special broadcast, FB Live.
Thank you so much sa thank you so much sa pag-watch kahit medyo boring, kahit medyo di ako madaming sinasabi, di ko alam sasabihin ko. Actually kanina honestly, sobrang kinakabahan ako kasi syempre di naman ako pala salita, di ba?
ISFPs have the tendency to express themselves through action rather than words. So even Ken himself says that he is not very good with words. Most of the time, the other four members do the talking. And a clip I will show you as an example is from their boy Abunda guesting. And boy Abunda asked him how or what would he do if his celebrity crush passes by.
Dumaan dyan si Ann Curtis. Paano ka magpa-cute?
Ako po kasi, hindi po ako ganun magaling magpa-cute po. Pero gusto ko po siyang sayawan.
ISFPs typically have finely tuned artistic sensibilities. They are sensitive to color, texture, and tone, and often have an innate sense of what will be aesthetically pleasing. So I really like Ken's fashion in general. The clip I'm gonna show you is from his Facebook Live special broadcast. And notice how instead of like maybe explaining what the prints are in his clothes or stuff, he is more attuned to the feeling of having that kind of clothes on.
Suot ko? Ito? Maganda nga to eh, manipis. Sobrang nipis kaya hindi siya mainit pag sinusuot.
One of the strengths of ISFPs is that they are super observant and seldom overlook any details. And I like the way he described this particular scene. He remembers back when he was still in elementary school.
Kung bibigyan ka ng pagkakataon na bumalik sa nakaraan mo, anong part ng buhay mo ang babalikan mo? Siyempre yung siguro nung grade 1 ako, grade 1. May puno kasi doon na may puno na pag nahuhulog yung... Ang ganda kasi ng panahon dati. Parang siya, pag sunset, yung sunset kasi, pag flag ceremony namin, nakaharap yung mismo, yung flag namin. So pag nakaharap kami doon yung sun. Ang ganda, pag mga alas 4, sobrang ganda niya. Tapos may malaking puno doon. Alam niyo yung, pag nahulog yung puno na yun, parang flower na pag nahulog siya, yung yung nahulog na parang flower sa kanya, umiikot na gano'n, paikot. Tapos basta madami ng hulog, basta ang ganda niya. Tapos ayun, parang yung mga bata, mga classmate ko dati, hinuhuli namin yun. Nagtatakbuhan kami pagkatapos ng flag ceremony. Ayun, tapos yung naalala kong kanta, yung ang bayan ko'y tanging ikaw.
Such details. And one of the weaknesses of ISFPs is the lack of future planning, which is a result they may struggle with financial affairs. The clip that I'm gonna show might seem to be a bit far-fetched, but I just remembered this scene when I read this from the truity.com website.
Mga utang ni George, 100. May utang, ayan, si George. Sunod na may utang, si Ken. Si Ken pinakamalaki, 930, 195 plus 165.
Ang dami may utang kay Ja.
So that's all for Ken as an ISFP. Let me know if you think he is actually more INFP than an ISFP, because I had a hard time typing him too. And ISFP K-pop artists are iKON's Jinwon and TXT's Subin. So the last but not the least member of SB19 is Josh. I think I really had a very hard time typing Josh as ENTJ, because during my draft I have a lot of options of Josh. I even think maybe he has the same personality as Sejun, as ESTJ, and I even typed Josh as INTP, which is very far from ESTJs and ENTJs. So anyway, I just decided to type Josh as an ENTJ, as extroverted, intuitive, thinking, and judging. In Truity and 16 personalities, ENTJs are called as commanders. So this part that is a giveaway for Josh being an ENTJ is that they are often very motivated by success in their careers and enjoy hard work. They are ambitious and interested in gaining power and influence. So Josh himself in his Facebook Live revealed that he is an ambitious person. Please watch this clip.
Kung ikaw ay isang staff ng showbiz, anong position mo? Ambitious akong tao, guys. I dream big. CEO. Pasintabi po kay Sir Robin. Sir Robin, hindi naman po siya pero I am that kind of person. When I want something, I want the biggest achievement. Ganun na yun. Parang, hindi, ano po ako yun nga, ambitious nga akong tao mataas po akong mangarap. Tsaka, I always trust my skills. I trust my decision making.
Popular hobbies for ENTJs include taking leadership positions in community groups, attending social gatherings or sporting events, and playing competitive sports. I do think competitive sports also include online gaming, which might be called as esports. And 18 knows that Josh is very fond in playing computer games, very fond of his computer, just as he says in this clip.
Ako po, mahilig po ako talaga sa computer games. Actually, lahat ng video games, mahilig po ako. So, kung wala po siguro ako dito, baka professional player. Baka lang, kasi yun po talaga yung dream ko before.
One of the strengths of an ENTJ is their strong will and near imperviousness to criticism. Now notice how in the next clip, Josh is the one who was leading the answering regarding the question, how do you take in the criticisms?
Well, we're always ready po talaga for, criticism. Kasi before pa lang po, even during training po, syempre may nakakalimutan kami ng ano ng criticism about talents namin and what more in the public po. Parang, hindi naman po namin siya tinitake as offensive talaga, pero tinitake po namin siya as an advantage para ano po namin. Tsaka makapasok po kami talaga sa music scene sa Philippines na mas maganda. Kumbaga, alam po namin kung paano yung strategy na namin in the future. Tsaka yun po, para sa sarili namin, mag-improve po kami.
And because of that as well, ENTJs are not easily discouraged. And even though their plans or positions don't seem to be working or take longer than expected, they still believe they cannot fail. ENTJs are somewhat like ESTJs too, the one that I type Sejun as, because they give all their best or give 110% in what they do because they're very competitive. And I remember a clip again from Josh Facebook Live when he was asked, what is his biggest fear?
Hilay ni Josh, Nika Colina 25. Biggest fear? Failure. Takot po akong mag-fail sa mga ginagawa ko.
Another strength of ENTJs is that they are very sharp thinkers and are remarkable problem solvers. This is how you describe someone that is street smart as well.
3, 2, 1, si Josh.
Dami pong alaman.
Si Josh po kasi, kung hindi nyo pa alam, maaga po siya nag-independent. Ano pa lang po siya. Kasi dati pa po yun, mga
3 years
10
old
years
pa lang
ago.
po, working na yan
10 years ago na rin. Pero yun,
10 years ago.
siguro, ayun lang. Marami lang marami akong usual na parang diskarte paraan sa buhay. Life hacks, ganun.
One of their weaknesses is that ENTJs are blunt and dominant. They are expert at finding flaws and holes, plus combined with their characteristic bluntness and lack of regard for the feelings of others, it can make them appear critical, nitpicky, and unrelenting. So it's kind of similar with the ESTJs or the Sejun type. Again, I got the next clip from Josh Facebook Live. I think he really did well in explaining or describing himself in this Facebook Live. Or maybe the 18 just asked very good questions, which Josh answered.
Isang bagay na gusto mong baguhin sa sarili mo. I love myself. Wow, hindi, joke lang. Pinaka gusto kong baguhin. Yun, yung pagiging impulsive ko minsan magsalita kasi hindi ko mapigilan yung sarili ko siguro. Minsan bigla, parang out of nowhere, pag na-feel ko na hindi tama yung ginagawa ng other people for that person, kahit gano'n, kahit hindi ako nandun sa lugar na yun, para makikialam ako gano'n. Though, it's a good thing, pero hindi siya always a good thing. Hindi siya parang gano'n, hindi siya every time maganda.
So that's all for Josh being an ENTJ. And K-pop artists who tested as ENTJs are Shiny's Key, SNSD Tiffany, AC's June, and AC's Byungkwon. So that concludes the MBTI that I gave each SB19 members. I hope I got them right, but I'm not 100% sure. Just to recap, I typed Stell as an ENFJ, also called the teacher or protagonist. Justin I typed as ENFP, as champion or the campaigner. Sejun I typed as ESTJ, the supervisor or the executive. Ken I typed as an ISFP, the composer or the adventurer. And Josh as ENTJ or the commander. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you guys liked it. And if you do, don't forget to click the like button below. And if you do think that I should have typed them with a different MBTI, please let me know in the comment section. I will definitely read them because I'm also interested in what other people think what their MBTI types are. And also most of them, well, Stell and Justin, I kind of feel that I typed them correctly, but the rest I may be wrong. So please let me know in the comment section below. So I hope you guys are interested in MBTI or are more interested in SB19 now. So I hope to see you guys soon, and please stay safe and goodbye.